Welcome back to Market Headlines. There's another new government plan, namely forming a bullion bank. This type of bank can manage gold transactions, which is one of Indonesia's best commodities. Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Erlangga Hartarto, said that the government is currently reviewing the formation of bullion bank. He explained that this potential is also motivated by Indonesia, which has one of the largest gold mines. In fact, the export performance of gold and granule was recorded to have increased of up to $5.2 million, making it one of the biggest gold players in the world.
Satu yang sedang dikaji oleh pemerintah adalah pembentukan Bullion Bank. Nah, ini tentu nanti Pak Menteri Perdagangan juga bisa mendalami bagaimana ekspor-import ini, karena sebagian digunakan untuk juga jewelries, di mana dulu ekspor-import ini tentu ada kaitan dengan PPN dan yang lain.
The formations of a bullion bank will benefit the government and society. Among other things, saving foreign exchange industry can get a resource of a project financing. Banks can diversify products and people can get a return on saving. From Jakarta, Rahaja Patmo for IDX Channel. So in short, Coordinating Minister for the Economy Affairs, Erlangga Hartarto, said that the government is currently reviewing the formations of a bullion bank. When discussing about bullion bank, it is important to understand what a bullion bank actually is and what activities bullion banks engage in. And therefore, we are going to analyze it further in the following infographic series, starting from what is the function of the bullion bank. Here we can see through your screen the function itself, which is to do banking with precious metal rather than fiat currency. And as a reserve system, a bullion bank existed, and the market maker for precious metals markets, and also supplying physical precious metals into the market. And we have another statement in here from the Trade Minister, which is Lutfi. He stated that the purpose of establishing this bullion bank is to ensure that Indonesia's activities and ability to control gold is run well. We can see another statement from Economic Observer at Center of Reform on Economics, or CORE Indonesia. The observer, Yusuf Randi, believes that the government's plan to form a bullion bank is a strategic step to maximize the management of domestic gold. Indonesia's gold market is one of the largest in the world, but then it has lacked organization, structure, and trust. But then it is beginning to change with the number of transformations and initiatives that are underway. A robust bullion banking industry could support to accelerate that shift, inspiring trust and bolstering innovations and driving growth. Plus, Indonesia is one of the largest gold contributors in the world. There are plenty gold mining sites in Indonesia. So let's see through the next graphic. So through your graphic, we can see actually there are a lot of mining sites in Indonesia, but I would like to highlight some of it. First of all, it is in the Grasberg, Papua, and second of all, it's West Nusa Tenggara, and not to mention about Banyuwangi, North Sumatra, and also West Java. But then again, the largest gold mine in Indonesia is in the Grasberg mine in Papua. The amount of gold in this mine is said to be the largest gold stock in the world. Every day, Grasberg is able to produce more than 6,000 tons of gold. And the second largest gold mine is in West Nusa Tenggara, which is capable of producing 100 kilos of gold and 197 million pounds of copper. And this mine is recorded to have produced 2.77 million ounces, or about 79 tons of gold since it was first opened in 2000. And overall, gold mining is an industry that plays an important role in Indonesia's economic growth. And considering that Indonesia has plenty of natural resources, it is estimated that the amount of gold productions in Indonesia is quite high. So how much Indonesia can produce? Let's see it on the next graphic. Here it is through the next graphic. We can see Indonesia's gold productions in regards of metric tons. We can see in 2019, which is 2 years. For the last 2 years, the target was in 120 metric tons, but however, the realizations was only 109 metric tons. But however, we can see that actually the number was quite bigger rather than 2 years ago, which is 3 years ago, by 135 metric tons in 2018. And the question is, why was it decreasing? Gold mining that has been carried out for decades has depleted the mining area on the surface. So it resulted on the reductions of the amount of gold productions in Indonesia and the world as well. And if we take a look at the positions of a gold reserve in Indonesia, of course, making bullion bank is one of the strategic policies in managing gold in the country. And the formations of a bullion bank will be able to provide many benefits as predicted by the government, namely encouraging savings in the foreign exchange because the gold proceeds can be stored in the country. And speaking of which, currently there are at least 10 of the largest gold producing countries in the world. Which countries are there? Is Indonesia is on the list? Let's see on the next graphic. Here it is. We can see major countries in gold mining productions. First of all, we can see there is a China with 420 metric tons gold producing by 2019. And we move to Australia by producing 330 metric tons of gold. And next, Russia by 310. And then United States by 200 metric tons of gold. And then Canada by 180 metric tons of gold produced by 2019. And so for many years, China has been the top producing nations, accounting for 11% of the global mine productions. And however, production fell from nearly 400 tons last year, representing the third consecutive year of declines. And the downtrend is largely due to tighter environmental policies imposed by the government, and for example, stricter control over the use of cyanide at the gold mines for several operations to cut back productions. Most gold mining is performed by the large corporations around the world, and however, there are smaller independent operations that, in some cases, illegal mines have also been formed, such as one in Ashanti region in Ghana, where 18 people were killed in November 2009. And yes, viewers, the idea of making bullion bank would be a key moment of the development and formalizations of the domestic gold market. And we hope the government can form the bullion bank accordingly. Stay tuned to market headlines because we will be right back after this quick break.